Hey guys, I just got back from a run and I thought this would be a good chance for me to tell you all about how I pack my Salomon pack, my vest. I know packs and vests are super individual and personal and everyone's got their favorite, but I know when I switched from a backpack to a vest, I was totally convinced. It took me a while to come around, but as soon as I tried the vest style, I don't think I'll ever go back to a pack. And the main benefits, whether or not it's Salomon or another brand, but the main benefit of a vest is that it sits so close to your body that when you move and when you're running, the pack doesn't move. It stays with your body. You may not even realize it, but if you're wearing a backpack, the pack does move quite a bit laterally. Another benefit is you can distribute the load a lot better. It's not all on your back. You have some weight in the front and some weight on the back. And I know for me, when I wear a fully loaded pack with just the back filled up, it puts a lot of pressure on my neck. It puts you into a forward head posture, pushes your head forward, and can put strain on the neck. So for me, when I can share the load from front to back, I don't feel that. It's distributed much better. And then of course the other is easy access to your water. So this pack does allow for a bladder in the back with a hose, 1.5 liters or so. But I can also hold 1 liter in the chest pouches here with these soft flasks. And so when you come into an aid station in a race, you don't ever have to take your pack off. You can just take the flask out and fill it up. And of course, as they get empty, they get smaller and create more space in your pack as well. Yeah, I'm sold on the front chest pockets as well. You can put other things in here. So I have my water in here, but I also have other things you can put food in. I have my EpiPen in the pack. Other things that you want to have nearby would be your food, any items that maybe you want to be able to take on and off. In the back of this vest is a nice big mesh pouch, and you can fit all sorts of things in here, and I can reach them. So things like sunglasses, what else do I have back here? Sleeves, gloves, things that you might need to take on and off from your vest. And then food, there's other things that you might need to get at without having to take your pack off. There's 2 great pockets here on the side of the vest that you can reach into, and so I keep all of my food on this one side. So in here I've got my favorite Hornby energy bars, the most natural energy bar you can get, and I like these Huma gels, these natural gels. They've got chia seed and fruit in them. Got a couple of those in there. Mangoes and apples and cinnamon. And then on this side, so bathroom, pills, things that you might need to be able to get at. In here I've got Tylenol, ginger grab ball, and antihistamine. So those types of things that you hope you don't need, but you might. And then when we take the pack off, before I do that, I'll show you in another video as well, but you can attach poles. There's a couple of special spots on this pack to attach poles to. And basically you would take your running poles and you put the tips of them here on the left side of the pack. There's a loop. You just loop those through the tips of the poles and then bring the poles around behind you, and then that's what this stretchy strap's for. Loop it around your poles a couple of times, and then you just pop it right through. There's a little red loop. Pop this through there, and these poles aren't going anywhere. They just sit across your back like a bow and arrow set, and you can move your arms freely, no problem at all. So that's what those cords are for. You can lash other things down with this stretchy strap as well. And then the pack comes off super easy if you do have to take it off. And then of course there's room inside for additional items. One other pocket here in the front is where I put my sunscreen, my headphones, anything that I need to, chapstick that I need to get to frequently. This little loop, there's a couple great loops on the pack as well. I put my buff around there so I can wipe my face down whenever I need to or have that handy. And then of course there's the mesh pockets we just pulled everything out of. And then inside, all the things that you don't need to get at as frequently. So I always have an extra layer with me, and I love this windbreaker, the Salomon Fast Wing. It's super light, but it's also amazingly warm. I've never been cold in this hoodie. It folds up super tiny, and I always have a layer with me that I'm not planning on wearing during my run or my race, just in case of emergency, if you need to walk out or it's going to take you longer than you planned. So always having the layer. I also always have a first aid kit with me, and so in this one I've got some key things that I bring are a mini body glide. Those are awesome, the little ones. A little bit of white tape, bandages, and then I have a fire starter, paper, waterproof matches, and water purification tablets. So things that you would like to have when you need them, that don't take much room up at all and are super lightweight. And then I always have my DeLorme InReach device with me as well. So this allows me to communicate anywhere in the world and without cell coverage required. So it's a satellite-based technology. And even on our local trails, there's lots of spots where there's holes and you can't use your cell phone for communication. So always have this with me. You can text, you can have full conversations via text with this, you can SOS, you can contact emergency services or just communicate home. And you can update Facebook if you want. So I definitely recommend having a satellite communication device like the InReach. This is the Explorer. It also has GPS capabilities on it, so you have another GPS if you need it as well. And then other things that I don't always have with me, but I wanted to show anyway, are whenever I'm in the mountains or somewhere maybe where the potential for a cold night is greater, is I have my emergency bivy sack, and this is super tiny, but it's like a space blanket that you could sleep in, so it would help you survive a very cold night. And it doesn't take up much space at all, super light. And then when I'm on my own and I'm in the trails, bear country here, part of the deal living in bear and cougar country, is I also have these two things, my big bear spray and my big knife. So not always with me, but whenever I'm out on my own or in the woods with the bears and the cougars. And then there's one more thing, a couple more things that are included with the pack. You get a space blanket, which is great to have. It acts like another layer in an emergency situation. And then there's a whistle attached to the pack. So those two things are key to have with you no matter when you're going out or what pack you're using. And then in this pouch where the emergency space blanket is, I also take those heat packs for your feet or for your hands. And so that's where everything fits inside my pack. And I must say, it took me a while to come around, but I'm definitely a convert for the vest, and it's definitely worth the investment to be comfortable, to be able to take everything that you want to have with you, and to be safe so you can just enjoy the trails and have a good time. So hopefully that helps, and I just wanted to show you what's in my pack to help you figure out what works best for you. Happy trails!